Hey everybody, welcome back for part 2 of my September 2019 Columbus Toy Show video. Here we go. Alright guys, so we'll start it off here right with some vintage Star Wars, especially these card figures. This person had a pretty good selection of vintage figures. I'm looking to add a card gel to my personal collection, but I like to have them with the movie front that matches the movie they're in, so for that it would need to be Star Wars for me. Or if like right there, like that's Empire Leia on Empire card backs, pretty cool. This guy had, tons of really good figures at pretty decent prices. Hey guys, I know we're just getting started, but if you're liking what you're seeing, make sure to smash that like button right now and subscribe so that you get more great content just like this. This table here had a very cool carded Stripes and Brainiac, as well as some other really nice things like a vintage Count Chocula's box. Now a line I don't collect is the Kenner Alien and Predators line, but that 2-pack right there is something that always tempts me to pick up, just because I do really like the movies and it is such a cool 2-pack. This gentleman here, he consistently sets up at the Columbus Toy Show, and he brings a bunch of older different things. He has like old cap guns to, old tin toys and metal cars like this right here. Another one of my favorite things about toy shows is just going through and looking at all the different cases. Everyone organizes their case differently, and every case has different stuff in it. And I find it really fun to walk around and just check out all the different display cases, because that's typically where people keep their, really cool higher end items that you don't see everywhere every day. The Funko Pops at the Columbus show, they weren't at every table. But a lot of tables had at least a couple to choose from, and then a few tables, like this one here, were just absolutely loaded with Funko Pops. If that's something you're looking for, definitely get out there. Here we had some Lego vendors. So I always try to tend to have like a mix of stuff at my table. Other people go for a table that's dedicated to, one particular thing. This table here had some absolute tonnage of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys, guys. I mean, one whole half of their booth setup was just full of radical surfing dudes. So, they also had a great variety offer too. Really appreciated that. This other end of their booth had a lot of different variety. And two things I thought really nice were the giant turtle toy boxes. You see the Michelangelo quite often, but the Leo you just don't see every day. And it was pretty nice to see that out and about in the wild. Another uncommon piece that was at the show was the totally awesome Duelin' Dudes right there, guys, which is a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Lots of good turtle toys at this show. If you collect TMNT, I really hope you were there, because if you weren't, you missed out big time. I know I'm moving a little bit fast over some of this vintage goodness, but this show was absolutely packed, and I had to keep moving over the tables, scanning over the items, just to try to get to show you everything. And even then, didn't even come close to showing everything. There were 420 vendors' tables, and let me tell you, they were all absolutely packed with so many cool items, from Barnyard Commandos, Masters of the Universe, Muscle Men, TMNT, vintage Star Wars, modern Star Wars, just anything you could think of, it was there. Or there's some cool Ark of the Otherworld, there's some card figures, Migos, Dungeons and Dragons, Crystal, whatever you pronounce that one toy line with the crystal people. Pretty cool toy line. Not a main line, but pretty good pieces for that there. NECA, Hot Toys, Gentle Giant, celebrities, it was all there. So I'm sorry if I didn't get to show off every piece and showcase it, but feel free to pause on anything you see that you might want to take a better look at, and leave a comment below of what you're looking for, so in the future I can make sure to spend more time on those items. This booth right here had a ton of good vintage Star Wars figures, from a Yak Face to some, droids Uncle Gundy. Another good reason to come to the show was for good video games. If you're a video game collector, this show had great options and tons of rare games you don't see everywhere. From, Conker's Bad Fur Day to Chrono Trigger.
What's up, YouTube? I'm out here with my good buddy Zach Curtis. You've seen him on the channel before. He's a college student just like me, working his way through dental school.
What's up, guys?
So he's out here at the Columbus Toy Show. So how's your day going so far?
Pretty good, pretty good. The fall shows are always a little bit slower than the spring shows, but sales have been good. I've had some really good buys today, which is exciting.
Awesome. I picked up a few things
sometimes
too.
That's more fun than selling stuff, but
if nothing else at a toy show, you get to meet lots of really interesting people, and you get to hang out with your friends like Zach here.
Yeah, it's been cool because I've sold a lot of weird stuff today. A lot of weird stuff, like board games.
Board games, okay.
Those Imperial stuff we were talking about, and just random figures, and a lot of the better stuff has stayed here, which I'm not complaining about that at all.
So Zach, what's your favorite part about doing a toy show in general? If you had to just pick one thing, what's the favorite thing?
I like it because it's a chance to kind of show off in a way. You get to showcase everything that you found. So like I like to save my better stuff. And instead of putting it on eBay or online, that kind of stuff, and that way I get it. Like every year, I get to kind of stand back and look at everything I found, the best of the best stuff I found that year, and kind of display it all. And I get to like a little museum almost. So it's just so I can look back at and see what I've found that year, which is kind of fun.
And that's another reason, guys, for you out there to come to a toy show. You know, a lot of us dealers, we don't put our best stuff on eBay because it's not fun. And you're just going to go on eBay and they're going to take a percentage. So at toy shows, not only are you going to get the really cool rare stuff, guys, you're going to get better deals too, because we're going to negotiate and it's face to face and there's that real human connection. Hey Zach, we're going to show off Zach's booth here, guys. Stay tuned.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Zach always keeps his booth full in every nook and cranny. He has display cases jam-packed, and he has totes of just random loose figures to dig through, as well as a massive back wall with tons of different options. If you ever go to a toy show and he's there, make sure to look through, and make sure to look through twice because you'll probably miss something your first go through with how much tonnage he has. So as you can see, with all his space, he fully utilizes it, and it is just so full. Moving on from Zach's booth, we got some more pop vinyls. Like I said, there is probably 4 or 5 vendors with nothing but pops, but also tons of vendors with more than, pops. So whether you love pops or hate pops, because I know it pretty much seems to go one way or the other in the collecting world, that show was for you. Now guys, this was incredible. It's not too often you find a card Boba Fett that is in great shape, looks absolutely beautiful, but then to go and have 2 of them at the same booth in such great condition, unpunched, I mean, it was incredible. I had to show that to you guys, and man am I jealous of that guy. I got a soft spot in my heart for this here Han Solo blaster because that's the same version I had as a kid and I played to death with it. I have it around the house somewhere. I gotta find that at some point just because I have so many good memories running around and blasting up a storm with it. Another mainstay at CTS is the toy department. They always bring a ton of good figures, vintage mostly, some good video games, and prototypes galore. That's one of the great things about this show and about toy shows in general is you find that stuff you can't find on eBay, you can't find it online. And right there, the toy department had a couple display cases full of vintage goodness that you just don't see. Here we have some more quality carded figures right there. We got the Alley Viper, we got Uncle Gundy, we got Thal Jobin, and right there we got Darth Revan. Super excited for the Vintage Collection Darth Revan, although I'm also kind of hesitant for it at the same time, which I know is kind of confusing. I kind of like it when they release stuff like that on the Vintage card, but with the way they're doing the new Vintage line, I'm just not sure it's going to go over well. It's just going to peg warm and kind of, not go over well at all, even though it's Darth Revan. That's what worries me, but me personally, I'm excited to add it to my collection. Now, I mentioned earlier that they had celebrities at the show, so I took the opportunity and got to meet Sergeant Slaughter. Sergeant Slaughter is a real-life G.I. Joe and WWE superstar. I had him sign this custom baton here that the show promoter had made, and he even threw me in the Cobra Clutch. It was a really good time getting to meet him, and just so thankful I got the opportunity to do that. Here we have a table that was absolutely jam full. They had so much quality, so many 12 backs, so many Power of the Force figures, blue Snaggletooths, droids, Ewoks, prototypes, the rarest of the rare, and I mean, just figures on top of figures, on top of box stuff, on top of prototypes. I mean, it was just so full. And this booth right here is at Vintage Toy Brothers on Instagram. Go hit them up and make sure that you tell them the Ohio Nerd sent you. The Marvel Baths right here, guys, especially the older 2006 ones, super cool to see. You don't always see the Iron Sentinel and Apocalypse. Here we got some more quality vintage pieces too. We have a pair of blue Snaggletooths and a Red Bar R5. I swear to goodness, you could almost make a drinking game out of the Columbus Toy Show where you take a nice, refreshing drink of water every time you see a super rare vintage figure like a blue Snaggletooth or a Yak Face or a Red Bar. And by the end of this video, you'd be super hydrated. Here we got some more vintage rare goodness. We have a complete mint condition Scareglow. Man, that figure looks great, especially with those custom display stands. Oh, there we have it, guys. Another blue Snaggletooth. More good vintage. More just amazing deals to be had.
What's up, guys? I'm out here at the Columbus Toy Show. It all just wrapped up. I'm out here with the promoters. Why don't you guys introduce yourself to everyone?
I'm James Ford. I'm Chet Mazzalupo, but you can call me Muzz.
So James is a little bit hoarse, so Muzz will probably do most talking.
I talked a lot.
Yeah, toy shows can really take it all out of you. So guys, they also have their own YouTube channel where they do stuff and promote things. So make sure you check that out.
CTS Promotions on YouTube. So
okay.
you can do youtube.com/CTS Promotions.
Awesome. I'll throw links to that down below. So guys, how do you think the show went today?
It was one of our best shows that we've ever had at this facility.
That's awesome. Do you guys have attendance
We don't.
roundabouts?
We don't until we get to the iPads and see how many. But it was probably, what do you think, 5?
5 to 6, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
5,000 to 6,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome guys, and that's a really good show for if you're not aware. You guys had 420 tables, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Around 420 vendors tables, and they're still growing, which is absolutely amazing. So, what's your guys' favorite part about the Columbus Toy Show?
Oh my God, he said this earlier in interview that just to see everybody's faces and bring in their kids and just, you know, a new experience for these little kids that, man, this is what my dad collected, and it's so much fun to see, you know.
There's also a little bit of a kind of a self-serving side where I get to walk through here and I just see aisle after aisle of all the stuff I loved when I was a kid. And I got to assume that's the feeling it inspires in the people who are also here to see the show.
But,
so, yeah,
but
it's
also
amazing.
the celebrities that we liked when we were kids, like we had Sergeant Slaughter and King Haku. Watching G.I. Joe, I'm like, oh my God, Sergeant Slaughter.
Yeah.
But the highlight of my day was when Sergeant Slaughter told Muzz to give him 20.
He smoked me. It was crazy. I was doing push-ups. He stood on my hand. It was amazing.
That is awesome. So guys, why don't you tell about all your other stuff coming up? They have a show in Cincinnati and they have another Columbus show, both coming around the corner. And they're working on a sci-fi convention, so I'll let them tell you guys about that.
So in Cincinnati on October 13th at the Sharonville Convention Center, we have the Cincinnati Toy Show. And then back here at the Lausch Building at the Ohio State Fairgrounds, we have the Columbus Toy and Game Show, and that'll be October 20th, or I'm sorry,
March
22nd, March 22nd, 2020. And that's going to be a good one. We're going to have celebrities at that one as well. We're going to have
Samantha Newark, Tim Clark, and it's not announced yet, but Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Maybe Hacksaw Jim Duggan. But Tim Clark created
Boglins and Sectars. There's a thing behind that. Find us on YouTube.
and you'll see. But yeah, and he created the Boglins and the Sectars.
Yeah.
And Samantha Newark was Jim on Jim and the Holograms, the cartoon back in the 80s. Yeah. So we're really excited to have them coming to the show as well. Celebrities are kind of a new thing for us. That will be the third show. This is our second show with celebrities, and our second show is show cars.
Yes.
Yeah, we had the Kit Car. We had the DeLorean from Back to the Future. That was pretty amazing.
Back to the Future 2.
Back to the Future
with
2.
Mr.
It had
Fusion.
Mr. Fusion. And we had the 66 Batmobile.
Well, we're not selling it.
We can say Batmobile, but he's not allowed to say Batmobile.
You got to say Bat Car.
Right. But yeah, those were, and all the proceeds for those, well, when people sit in them, take pictures with them, actually go to charities. So it's kind of a good cause. So we like having them here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And now guys, for their sci-fi con, they're also doing a giveaway with that for a giant Anakin Skywalker based on Jake Lloyd, everyone's favorite Anakin.
Yeah, they only made they made 1,000 of them, and yeah, they're going to be doing raffles for that Anakin Skywalker at SciCon.
Yeah. So guys, make sure you check their stuff out. They always put on great shows, and it's always a great time. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more great videos. Catch you later.
Check out CTS Promotions.
Yeah, check out CTS. It'll all be in the thing.
And yeah, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, CTS Promotions.
Yep. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. Catch you later.